All right, class, video 2, objective 3. You got your foldable handy? We're talking about biographies this week. And here are the key points for biographies. A biography is a story of a real person's life written by somebody else. Later in the year, we'll hear what an autobiography is. That's a story about a person's life written by themselves. So if I write a story about you, a true story about you, that'd be called a biography. If you write a true story about you, that would be called an autobiography. The second thing for biography is they're usually presented in chronological order. Kind of makes sense. You'd start when the kid's born and then go through their young life and then tell their most important things in their life, like we heard about Judy, and then usually biographies end with a sad ending. The person eventually dies. And then the last one we have is, of course, our text features. And this week, as we pointed out yesterday, our text features that timeline. A timeline is a kind of diagram that shows events in order in which they took place. A timeline. All right, well, let's get it into our graphic organizer here to help us remember. On our cover page or our window, you're going to put biography. We found it on page 200, and it is our genre. Now, under genre, biography falls what's called informational text. And of course, if you remember, informational text is true. So this one is nonfiction. I'm going to put that in here too. Okay, so now we're going to put some notes inside of here, and we're going to take them just exactly like they are from the book. A story of a real person written by another person. Now, if we were in class right now, I'd take you over to one of my bookshelves. It's full of biographies. Martin Luther King Jr. has a biography there. I have some biographies of famous presidents. I have some biographies of famous athletes. All sorts of biographies. Hopefully, if we get back, you can check them out. 2, it's usually presents events in chronological order. And underneath that, I'll put time order. Time order, right? In time. And then the last one I'm going to put down here is timeline. And that would be my text feature. Alright, so here's how I would review my notes. What is a biography? Here are my key details about biography. It's a story written about a real person's life, written by another person. It usually is presented in chronological order. Chronological order is time order. And our text feature this week is a timeline. Let's check out another biography. Now, it's kind of hard to write a whole biography in one little tiny worksheet here, but they tried it. This is Talia Lehman and randomkid.org. This is a real person. It's a biography written by somebody else. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina, which we learned about last week, hit the Gulf Coast of the United States hard. 10-year-old Talia Lehman helped raise over $10 million to help the victims. Lehman then founded a website called randomkid.org. It helps a variety of causes across the globe and has won awards and widespread recognition. Over 12 million young people in 20 countries have joined its efforts. In 2011, notice the years we see it's written in chronological order. 2011, Lehman won the National Jefferson Award for Global Change. It was her reward for all of her public service. Important events of Talia Lehman's life. Here was Hurricane Katrina. Now notice we didn't start where she was born. And we had too short of a section to fit it all in. Here is where she started the Random Kid, got the award for the Random Kid website. And then here was when she received the Jefferson Award. So it's kind of nice when you have that timeline. It kind of shows us what was in the text. All right, how do we know this text is a biography? I'm going back to my notes. A story of a real person written by another person. Boom, got it. This is a real story written by another person. What is one text feature included in the text? Now, there is only one text feature that we have this week. Our text feature is a timeline. Please don't write timeline here. We want to make it in a complete sentence. The text feature is a timeline. Number 3. How does this timeline help you understand the text the text better? Now notice this is only one question. They give you 2 lines, so if you have a longer sentence, that's fine. But you only need 1 for this one. Some weeks we have 2. Now I'm not going to help you with that one. That one's personal. How does this timeline help you? I told you what I thought. I liked how they took the major events and they made it easier to see. If I was going to read something about her, instead of reading all of this to find out the biggest things that happened in her life, I might just check this little bit out down here. Number 4. How can you tell that the events in the text are in order that they happen? Oh, brother, I probably gave this one away to you too. Notice as the paragraphs go on, you see the different dates showing when she got the awards and when she did what. Don't forget to put your name at the top of the page of your assignment. Now, if you'd like extra credit, flip this thing over. On the back side, for just 4 events in your life, go ahead and make your own timeline. Don't make mine. This is 1976. Mr. Bauer was born. Here I am in 1995. Mr. Bauer graduated high school. I went to Minnesota Valley Lutheran High School in Minnesota. That's where I grew up. Now in 2001, I married Mrs. Bauer. That was pretty important. Now I've got a whole bunch more in here. Kid 1 was born, Kid 2 was born, Kid 3 was born, Kid 4 was born. All those big things would fall onto my timeline. Back here, this is when I was baptized. Here's when I graduated from grade school. Here's where my baseball team won the state tournament. How exciting. Here's where my football team played in the Metrodome. That'd be like in the Lambeau Field. The Metrodome was the place where the Vikings played. I'd have all these major things on there. But you're welcome to get extra credit with just 4 events that happen in your life. Remember, put them in chronological order, put the year, and then put the time. And I forgot to put 2001. Okay? All right. Enjoy your day, and we will see you tomorrow.